Okay, poetry fans and friends, you asked for more recitation poetry and now you're going to get it. Today we're going to deal with a very famous poem by the Irish poet William Butler Yeats. A long time ago, when I was at Yeats's tombstone, reading his famous inscription, "Cast a cold eye on life, on death, horsemen pass by." The guardian of the cemetery tapped me on the shoulder and told me that he had a message for me from Yeats. And we went into an RV and listened to a tape in which Yeats said, and this is a direct quote, "It is the duty of every Irish poet to rework the legend of Tristan and Isolde." And I felt a shiver go down my spine, as if the dead man was directly talking to me. And then the guardian of the cemetery played another tape, which was a collection of Yeats's poems that he recorded in anticipation of death. And it's very interesting, and these are available, to hear the poet recite his own poems. "I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and will a cabin build there, of clay and wattles make. And I will have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow." Anyway, this collection of poems has most of his famous poems, all of which are recited by the poet himself, with the exception of one poem. And that poem is called "Her Anxiety." And if you read it, it goes something like this. "Earth and beauty dressed awaits returning spring. All true love must die, alter at the best into some lesser thing. Prove that I lie. Such body lovers have, such exacting breath, that they touch or sigh. With each touch they give, love is nearer death. Prove that I lie." Well, the young woman in this collection of poems made in anticipation of death recites it quite differently. And so I'm going to try and duplicate her recitation. "Earth in beauty dressed awaits returning spring. All true love must die, alter at the best into some lesser thing. Prove that I lie. Such bodies lovers have, such exacting breath, that they touch or sigh. With each touch they give, love is nearer death. Prove that I lie. Incidentally, I did my duty to Yeats and reworked The Legend of Tristan and Isolde. After 40 years of research on the subject, I wrote my own version, which has been published. Naturally, it was a commercial flop. I believe it sold only 23 copies, most of which were purchased by my mother. My mother said it was a fantastic book. But when I asked her, "Mom, did you read the book?" she said, "No, I have not, but I know it's fantastic anyway."